buying time there. I'm just streaming live. Okay. I hope we are good to go. All right. So now I hope we are good to go. Someone could help me share this link to the Telegram channel, because basically my Telegram is off. Yes, because my Telegram is off. I'm not online on Telegram. Someone could basically help me and drop the link to the Telegram channel. Okay. Are we ready to learn? Okay, are we ready to learn? Give me one in the chat if you are ready to learn. Give me one in the chat if you are ready to learn. Then of our class, this EVPAS training, I want to welcome you. You know, sometimes I do not remember days and dates, but I believe it is a Wednesday. I believe it is a Wednesday. I believe it is a Wednesday. Okay, so I'm just checking up here on the YouTube channel because I was getting some feedback so that I could roll it out and so that it does not appear. Okay. All right. So basically, we are here. Now, what has happened is that when we talk about the bull run, yes, I'm gonna drop when we talk about the bull run. This is where we expect to have more buyers than sellers. More buyers than what? Than sellers. But for buyers to be available, to be more than the sellers, there should be a very important factor. Okay, there should be a very important factor, that is liquidity. Liquidity means money. How many of you agree with me that there has been less money in the world recently? Let me know. How many of you agree with me that there has been less money in the world recently? There has been less money in circulation, okay? There has been less money in circulation recently. Now, what is happening is that the Federal Reserve of a great country, United States of America, has decided to basically lower down interest rates. Now, interest rates means that when banks are going to be lending people, I remember when banks are going to lend people, their return on the interest of the borrowed money is less. Now, this gives power to basically to the retailers. Okay, this gives power to the retailers to be able to go and borrow money. And when they borrow money, they come and invest the money. I don't know if I'm making sense. So I remember this around 2021 and at the start of 2022. I had one of my teams in the United States of America. And there is a lady I remember who uploaded $100,000. $100,000. And when she uploaded this $100,000, I thought she was done. The next day, she went and borrowed more money. The only challenge was that she wanted profit very fast because whenever she borrowed the money, she told me the interests were very high. Now, what happened in 2020, in March 2020, 4 years ago, the Federal Reserve did the same, and this led to the 2020, 2021 bull run. Okay, 2020, 2021 bull run. where we had a Bitcoin go to as high as $69,000. And people were borrowing money, and it was very easy for them to come and press this money in the market. Now, look, after 4 years, on the 18th of September 2024, these guys have lowered down the interest rates again so that people could borrow money with less interest, and they bring this money in the market. So one of the areas where I expect markets to do better, when these people borrow money, they come in the market like gamblers. They come in the market like gamblers because they want to double their money, because they have to pay interest on this money. That's why now I believe the meme coins will do better now. We could see meme coins doing better because people want to multiply their money. And people believe they can multiply their money so much in meme what? In meme coins. When I talk about meme coins, I'm talking about coins that don't have any value. They don't have any gold. So we are entering a juice motion. And if I remember, I talked about this in the start this year. I said in September, we expect the Federal Reserve to lower down interest rates. Today, all platforms were saying they would lower down interest rates by 25 basic points, but they have lowered. We all wanted around 50 basic points. And having lower down interest rates, we now expect more people to access more money and then be able to invest more money, and that is going to bring the liquidity. Now, the gist of the point is going to get far if now it is called in English they call it in the food people eat food they call it a cabero. The caberoism is going to increase. One, this year has been a very good year, and 2025 is going to be a fantastic year. If the following one, we had the Bitcoin halving. We had the Bitcoin halving. Better we did not start with the Bitcoin halving. Let me even little it, because we are going to, all of these are going to now to add up. We started with the ETFs, the exchange traded funds. Okay? Yes, we started with the exchange that led Bitcoin to go to over $73,000. Hey. Then we had the Bitcoin halving. We had the Bitcoin halving. All these events are going to add up at once. Yes, that lower down the money given to the Bitcoin miners. It decreased the circulation of Bitcoin in the market. One. Now, three, we had the Ethereum ETF. Ethereum ETF. Yeah. Number four, we had the elections in US. And these elections in US are the first since US started to be dominated by Bitcoin pro-presidents, people that support Bitcoin. We had the pro-Bitcoin elections, and the statistics show that more money has been collected by crypto-related centers. Now, the Cabero. Now, but this one is not yet done. This one is not yet done, but we have had more adoption. The elections of US have led to open say about cryptocurrency. We have had pro-Bitcoin presidents. We had Kennedy endorsing Donald Trump recently. Yes. And now the Federal Reserve. Yes, lowering down interest rates. Now, the mixture. So, trust me, October, the last quarter of the year, especially this month when Bitcoin is usually, this month is usually a hyper month. October, November, and December, as we close this year, are going to be superb. They are going to be superb. And if in November, the pro crypto president, me, the rest is none of my business. By the way, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. He does not, I don't think he likes cryptocurrencies, to my perspective. But this guy is, we call them what? We call them, the terminology has gone out of. But this guy is an economy booster. When he was the president of United States recently in 2020, 2021, he has a positive set to financial markets. Okay, we had stocks do well, we had Bitcoin do well, and if he becomes the president, I hope now I'm back. We continue. So now today, so those factors that I've talked about have the power and the ability to make me and you. So how are we going to prepare? How are we going to position ourselves to make sure that as the market is doing well, we can still be able to profit from the market? What are we supposed to do? What is going to be our approach in the market? And so recently, Royalq introduced a new strategy. Okay, I know we all know how to set up margin calls. I'm not yet discussed margin calls or setting up trades. One of the most important factors that anybody needs to pay attention to, one of the most important factors that anybody needs to pay attention to is when should I join a trade? When should I join? If you don't know us at our YouTube channel and learn how to set a trade, because on Monday, leader Kuris was here discussing that point. So I'm not here to discuss how to set up margin calls. Okay, I'm here to discuss one major factor. One, how and when to enter the market. That's why I'm here. And you can enter the market because your ability to profit is to enter a trade at the right time. One of the factors that determine your profitability in a trade is when you enter the trade. And so, if you enter a trade at a wrong time, one, you can stay long in the trade. But if you enter the trade at a right entry in the market, you can profit better, but also most importantly, get out of the trade faster. And there are three ways that you can enter trade. One, you can enter trade using what we call a price. You want to enter at a certain price. You can enter at a current price, or you can enter at a preset price. A current price is at that moment. A preset price is a price lower than the current price of that coin you want to enter. Number two, you can also use indicators, and this is why I'm here today. An indicator is a tool that indicates the direction of the market, where the market is expected to go. It could indicate the market is going down. It could indicate that the market is going up. And so we have different indicators like the RSI, like the MACD, like the KDJ. All these indicators, you could use them to say, instead of me entering at a certain price, when this RSI is saying so and so, my robot should buy what we call the first buy in amount. The RSI does not buy margin calls. The RSI does not buy more in a coin that you're already trading. The MACD does not buy more in a coin you're already trading. The MACD only buys the first time, the first entry. Okay, the RSI only buys the first entry. The KDJ only buys the first entry. And we call this the first buy in amount. And so your first entry, your timing of entry in the market is very crucial, because if you do not enter at the right moment, you could stay longer in a trade. But if you master the art of entering the trade at the right moment, you will always profit big time. Are we ready? Now I want to dig into these indicators. I'm not going to deal into prices because our signals deal with prices. We give you signals of current price and we give you signals of preset price. Okay? We give you signals of current price and we also give you signals of preset price. And so, what I want to discuss today, I want to base my sharing on how to use indicators to find your first buying amount, how to use indicators to enter the market, how to use indicators to find a perfect entry in the market, how to use indicators to be able to profit in the market, how to use indicators to have regular, repeated, recurring income. Before I dive into there, I want to remind you about the vision of crypto ambassadors. You know, it's my responsibility to always come and paint the vision. The vision of crypto ambassadors is to educate. Okay? Yeah, our mission, our vision is to educate people. That's our mission on how to make three things: regular, repeated, recurring. So our vision sits on the 3 R's. The 3 R's, we want you to make regular, we want you to make repeated, and we want you to make recurring income. That's why in our business, we teach you to make regular income by knowing how to set your robot. And we also teach you how to make recurring income, income that can recur from one generation to another one. You develop your capital up to $100,000 using our 3% 300X strategy, and also build a team of robotic users. And this takes straight away to our mission. And our mission is seated on financial freedom. Our mission is simple. Our mission is financial freedom. We want to make sure that people who work with us can be financially free. And our financial freedom sits on the 3S. We believe that if someone understands the 3S, they can be financially free. 1, you can have a suffocating income. Then you, from suffocating, you go to having sufficient. You have enough. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay, so we believe that someone needs to understand the 3S. You must be able, you can start with a suffocating income, you upgrade to sufficient, and you have surplus. But to have all this, you need knowledge. That's why we now come into indicators. Let me start with the RSI. RSI is a real-time indicator. It is a real-time indicator. When I talk about a real-time indicator, I'm talking about an indicator that gives you what is happening in the market now. And this RSI moves with the movement of the market. If it is buyers in the market, it will go up. If it is sellers in the market, it will go down. Buyers, sellers, buyers, sellers, buyers, sellers. So it will be a moving line. It will be a moving line. And it will be moving with the movement of the market. And so you can learn how, when it gets where, you enter the market. And the RSI that was developed since the 20th century has its own phenomenon. And it has areas of key, okay? This RSI moves from 0% to 100%. That's its movement. It moves from 0% to 100%. So it means in between the journey, we have the halfway of the journey, which is 50% of the journey. So when the RSI starts from 0, then it rises like that, then it goes down like that, then it rises like this, then it goes down like that, then it rises, it goes down a little bit, rises, comes down a little bit. So that is how it moves. And so it has areas that are key. And so when it moves from 0 and it reaches around here on 20%, so let's draw the line. Let's draw the line. The line might not be straight. I'm not an artist. And when it rises up and reaches 80%, maybe let's draw the line. I'm not an artist. Let's draw the line. Let's draw the line. Okay. Now, when it moves from 0 to 100, it means we have moving up. It means we have buyers. When it starts moving down, we have sellers. When it starts moving up, we have buyers. When it starts moving down, we have sellers. When it moves up, buyers, moves down, sellers, moves up, buyers. So once it reaches above 80 here, let me change the color, the color. Once it moves from 0 and it reaches above 80, in the Royalq application, this is called the overbought area. It means the buyers have overbought this particular asset. And when it moves down and moves below 20, this area below 20, this area below 20, once it gets below 20, it has entered the oversold area. So when for you decided to enter a coin that for the first time when my robot is buying, let it buy. When the RSI is in the oversold area, you have more chances that when the coin will rise, you will make more profit. But when you buy, when the RSI is in the overbought area, you have more chances that the coin will go against you or the market will go against you. As I continue, if you have so far understood the RSI in when it is in the overbought area and when it is in the oversold area, give me a 5 in the chat. We are going to make money. Give me a 5 in the chat. And if you have not understood, please say, I have not understood. God, you can faithfully see I'm teaching with one heart. Even today, I decided to come in my team jersey, not because everything is fine, but I sacrificed and I came here, God. God, you can see, although it's you who gave me this vision of teaching people to be financially free. So there is someone on the call that has understood, but is refusing to type 5 in the chat. God, 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 you know, you understand very well. God, you understand. Someone is raising their hand. Okay, let me ask them to unmute. Ferdinand Malima. Ferdinand Malima, ask your question. Ferdinand, what's your problem? Ask your question. People have not understood, raise up your hands because you cannot tell me to go back again. You need to be specific. Where is the confusion? Raise up your hands and unmute and ask. Hey, you don't keep me here for the whole day. I want to go to another indicator. Hey, what have you not understood? Raise up your hand. Raise up your hand. I see someone saying Mutonzi Wayasara. Those philosophies never work. God only helps those who help themselves. You beyond those things, Mutonzi Wayasara. God doesn't help you if you don't help yourself. You need to always work so much on your mindset. If you don't, you can suffer with poverty. Yes, Hatim, could you please unmute? I'm asking you to unmute and ask so that we provide clarity. You need to work on your mindset, friends. Those issues, please, I see your hand is up. Hatim Sebanja, just unmute and then we continue. VK, yes, Hatim, listening to right now.
Good evening.
Listening to you.
So I'm asking about RSI. Is it the same indicator with MACD? Is MACD? Can I
Wrong
use my
question at the right time. Just ask about what I'm teaching. Don't ask me what I'm not teaching.
when I'm
Okay?
using my trading view? When I turn on the indicator of RSI and the MACD, it seems like the same. I don't know the difference where is.
This question is off topic. Friends, ask me what I'm teaching. Friends, ask me what I'm teaching. Don't ask me what I've not taught. It seems these people don't have questions. Let us continue. Just ask me about what I'm teaching. Do not ask me what I have not talked about. My question is simple. What I have taught now, have you understood? Don't ask me with the, I am on trading view. I'm not discussing trading view here. Okay? Me, I'm discussing RSI in Royalq. Give me one in the chat if I'm clear. So don't ask me what I have not talked about. Okay? You see, there is a challenge in this world. When people learn a lot, they get confused with too much information. Even when you teach something simple, someone overcomplicates it. Keep it simple. The question is, the drawing above, have you understood it? Give me a 5 in the chat if you're okay. The drawing on your screen, have you understood it? That the RSI starts from 0 and it goes to 100. When it travels from 0 and it reaches 80, if it goes above it, it's in the oversold. When it moves from maybe 8 or 100 and it comes below 20, it has entered oversold. Have you understood it? That's all. There is nothing else I want you to understand. That's the only thing I want you to understand. So don't complicate. And people also overrun. They can become, they call it what? They can become a problem. Please don't put in too much knowledge. Keep things simple. Sometimes too much knowledge is very bad. That's the only thing you need to understand. The rest, leave it. The rest is not necessary. Now I'm going to go practical about my lesson. I'm now going to go practical about my lesson. Don't bring greater than, less than. Have you understood the quest, the diagram drawn in front of your eyes? That's all me I want. Have less than, greater than, above is not for now. If you have understood the diagram only, why are you very knowledgeable? Someone can over confuse themselves. Now, if you have understood, let's now go to Royalq. Now let's come here to Royalq. For example, I want to trade Bitcoin. I want to trade Bitcoin, but I want to enter this Bitcoin at the right time. The entering of the market using indicators only operates in the 15 minutes time frame. Okay? The entering of the market using indicators only operates in the 15 minutes time frame. It does not operate in 40. I told you those who started with me that the market has to go up. I have already passed a general warning about that because the Federal Reserve has lowered interest rates. So even if I pick this coin called Quick and I want to trade, I will open this coin and I will put my focus on the 15 minutes time frame because the indicator only operates in the 15 minutes time frame. Give me a yes in the chat if you have understood that. Now, whether I read the readings here. Now here, there are readings down here. We have the RSI of 6. We have the RSI of 12. We have the RSI of 24. We have a line that looks at 6 candles. We have a line that looks at 12 candles. We have a line that looks at 24 candles. Now I have a question and I need an answer. If these lines are moving together, which one will be more slow and which one will be more fast? Give me some answers in the chat. If one is looking at the performance of 6 candles, another one is looking at the performance of 24 candles, another one looks at the performance of 12 candles, which one will be more fast and which one will be more slow? Some answers in the chat. Okay? The one looking at many candles will be slower than the one looking at small candles. So the one looking at 6 candles will be faster, while the one looking at 24 candles will be slower. Now, that's why you see, for example, on Quick, the one of 24 is reading that its RSI is at 49. It's saying its RSI is at 49. This one is saying its RSI is at 59. This one is saying its RSI is at 75. Can we see the difference? The one of 6 is at 75. The one of 12 is at 59. If you have understood, give me a yes in the chat. If you have understood, give me a yes in the chat. That was not supposed to come like this. I'm very sorry. But my other device got issues, so I've spent time trying to see if I could recover my other phone. Now, if we want to enter the market, when we tap on create, we can even come down here and then we tap on technicals and look at this RSI here. This is 14, by the way. But when we open the chart here, we can see that this is at 50, this one is at 49, this one is at 70. So if we are going to draw, these lines like this, the RSI of 6 has moved very fast. So if it started from 0, it is above 50 here. The RSI, let's say this one is for 6. The RSI of 12, now it has gone. I don't know if people have understood. The RSI of 6 is at 77. So for it is here, is about to enter 80. Versa V, the RSI of 12, for it is just above 50. That thing is going to disappear again. Then the RSI of 24, for it is at 50. So if it started from 0, it is there. Are we now getting the difference? Give me a yes in the chat if you are getting the difference. The red one is for 6, the blue is for 12, and the green is for 24. Now, if you want to enter a coin at the right time and get out with the coin faster, which one of the 3 will you pick up? Which one of the 3 will you pick up? If you want to enter the coin fast and get out of the coin faster, which one will you pick up? Good, because it is faster. Because it is faster. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But also on the other side, since it moves faster, it can sometimes give you wrong information. Why? Because since it moves faster, it can move faster than you expect. Give me a yes in the chat if I'm also clear that one. But when you use the 24, you will stay longer in the market, but you will always get good results. Now, we can also use we can use two RSIs to give us information. We can say, I want to use the 6 RSI that is faster, and also the 24 RSI that is slow. When the two come below 20, let the robot buy. Come below 50, let the robot buy. Create martingales next. So you have already put in your settings. Okay, I'm not going to go into setting up a robot. You have already put up your settings. You have picked a coin you want to trade. Okay, and you have already put up your settings already in the coin. Why is my coin not responding? Is there anybody calling this phone? And today I have a problem. Today I have a problem that yes. Singapore largest bank DAPS to launch Bitcoin and Ethereum option. Mama, I don't know. I don't know where we are going to put money. So I press martingale strategy board next. Then I press on this next. I don't know why my phone is very slow. And I cannot use my other phone because it's also in maintenance. It is in maintenance, so it is very hard for me to use it. Okay, now I have already put in my trade setting, okay? And I want to use the RSI to enter the market for the first time. Are we following? So I'll just tap on trade setting here. Then I come down here on advanced options. Can we all see? I come down here on advanced options and I say advanced options. Yes, I want to trade using one shot. My first triggering condition. This is where the business is. For the first time, I want my robot to buy this coin when. So I change from MACD and I want to use RSI. So which RSI do you want to use? Second question. Which RSI do you want to use? Is it an RSI of 6? Or is it an RSI of 24? Then you select. Okay, now, next. At what condition do you want the RSI to buy? Do you want it to buy when it is in the oversold, when it is below 20? Or do you want it to be greater than? When you say greater than, it means that greater than what? Do you want it to be greater than 20? So the line is here. So once the RSI goes above 20, that's when it will buy. Or do you want it to be greater than? Am I making sense? Greater than 30. It means when the RSI will come above 30, that's when your robot will buy. Or do you want it to buy less than? Maybe you want to say, I want my robot to buy the first time when the RSI is less than 30. It means that if it is less than 30, if it will be at 26, at 20, at 10, the robot will buy. Am I making sense? Then someone says, me, I want greater than. So you want when? You want it to buy when it's greater than 50. When the RSI reaches 50%, that's when the robot will buy. If you have understood how to use this, give me a yes in the chat. You can play. You can say oversold, greater than, less than, as simple as that. Is that hard or it is easy? Is that hard or it is easy? So I don't know why people are now suffering with making money. You set your robot, you sleep. Once it reaches that area you have set, the robot will buy. Is it hard or it is easy? Now you can also say, no, me, I want two conditions. I want an RSI of 6, and I want an RSI of 12. I want an RSI of 6. I want an RSI of 12. I want both. When both of them reach greater than 50, let my robot buy. Am I making sense to someone? When both of them go above 50, this is just a funny issue. I don't know. When both of them go above 50, let my robot buy. So it will wait until the two are above 50, then the robot will buy. But me, I would recommend you. Me, I would recommend one, I could go in for only this, but most goodly, when it moves very fast, once it goes in the oversold, let my robot buy. All you can say, when it is less than that, so when the RSI will reach less than 30 of 6, your robot will buy. If I've made sense to you, give me a 1 in the chat. You don't need to find it. When you set, once the market will get there, the robot will buy. Questions? Next week, I'll teach the MACD. Next week, so you can say me, because I want us to agree with common sense, not with the feelings. Does the 6 RSI move faster? Let me show it to you, because I have tried it somewhere else. Okay, screen, let me show it to you. I have, I was spending my evening here. Not on the TV. Go. I will kick you. I will kick you for nothing. It does not stop. It is always saying data collection, data collection, data collection. Utility, Huawei, it says data collection. But I will deal with you in a Labadaba style. Me, I come from Masaka. We are not a joking subject. If you think you are very smart, I'm the one who has brought you, and then you become a general problem. Data collection. Whose data are you collecting? Bomboclat. Whose data are you collecting? Bomboclat. I was spending some of my time here looking at the market using the RSI of 6, and I was monitoring its behavior. But basically, it moves very fast, and it can always give you faster results. Okay, but when you don't buy it, you can say less than 20 or less than 30. Do not go above. Don't say when the 6 is above 50. It can do sweep, then immediately sweep. Then you get caught. I see the trading view is very slow. Yet I've been using it the last few minutes from now. But I want to ask a question. Have we been able to understand? because this one can roll and roll. But the most important thing, have we been able to understand? That's where the gist. That's where the gist is. Have we been able to understand, and we can trade? The market is getting better. Money is coming in. I want now to share with you how you can change your life. Okay, as the market is getting better, I think on Friday in the question and answer session, I will still come up, but I'm also going to upload the video. I've already made the video onto the YouTube channel, Crypto Ambassadors. Basically, the thing is finally here. I now analyze in the 15 minutes time frame, and I gave this signal here called the KDA. Okay, KDA. I already gave it, and I was monitoring the market using the 6 RSI. It's very fast. Mulife, can you open Trading View? This is the last time. How many times have I called you? Can you open? Can you open Trading View? I'm calling you for the last time. Stop not listening to me. I will delete you from my PC if you are not listening. I'll delete you. So the thing is getting stubborn. But the most important thing is, yeah, they are all good. Yeah, Muzaffar is not listening. Muzaffar is not listening. But I hope, I don't know, you can try. I don't know, you can try, because if you say, maybe you say less than 50. When you say both less than 50, yeah, there I think it could be a little bit better. When the 24 will be below 50, so automatically the 6 will always run very fast below 50. Automatically, especially below 50, you're a little bit more safe. Yeah, below 50, you're a little bit more safe. But I hope I've done my part. The thing has refused to open. I'm not the founder of it, so the thing has refused to open. So I think I've done my part, and it is high time I wish you the best, because I've not died on Trading View. If it has refused, it's okay. I don't have any issues with it. I usually want to focus on the things. Take profit 1.5. Do not take more than that. Take profit 1.5. 1.5, 1.2,